Alright, we're gonna jump right into the action today. We left off, I saved right at the beginning of a deployment for a contract. So, right into the action. No talking to anybody, no mamby-pambying about, just action, action, action. So let's load up our game. I believe this was a 2-skull mission, so hopefully not too, well, hopefully something that's doable. Oh, I saved it on the planet, but apparently it saves outside the planet. Interesting.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, so we gotta destroy enemy units, which are supposedly last seen in that area. So let's send 2 to the right and 2 to the left. Send our scouting mech, our light mech forward a little. Get us a nice smooth 4 bars of evasion. 4 chevrons.
What can I do for you?
Send glitch with them.
Good to go.
Aye, aye.
Oh, there's an enemy. We've made contact.
No retreat.
Time to earn our money.
There's our first mech. It's a fire starter.
Commander?
We're just gonna reserve her till the other characters have you know, are available.
Ready for orders.
Let's get some flanking fire on that mech as it closes on my light mech. The light mechs are very vulnerable.
Aye, aye.
And I missed with pretty much everything. That's spectacular.
Nothing.
Waiting for orders. Moving out. Special delivery. Waiting on you, Commander. I read you, Commander. Moving out. Got it.
Structure exposed. Good. That means it's weakened.
Awaiting orders.
It is pretty badly damaged.
Affirmative.
And I miss.
Missed.
And here comes another mech. Oh, what was it? An Orion. I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
Losing armor.
Standing by. On the move. Attempting physical attack.
Get some machine gun on them too.
Take that.
Ooh, flamers on this planet might not be that good. Ooh, that's a lot of heat.
You got nothing, you hear me?
Ready for orders.
Don't need to tell me twice. Commencing Alpha Strike.
Left arm destroyed. Lost evasive.
Orders.
Really need to get this flamer destroyed.
This should be good.
Oh, that's not bad.
Commander. Confirmed.
I was gonna say, if that didn't destroy him, I don't know what would. That Orion looks like maybe a heavy. It looks big, physically.
Aye, aye. Affirmative.
There's another mech incoming. But it's got a ways to... It's got the long-range missiles, though, so... But the long-range missiles don't do a lot of damage, it seems. They're just good for hitting from a long ways.
On my way. Roger that. Firing on target.
I need to take a look at what that Orion is. I'm not familiar with the battle mechs.
Standing by.
Not like when I was a kid, I used to be more familiar.
Coordinates received. Got it. Another hit like that and you're toast.
Commander. Roger.
Oh, I need to dump heat. Oh, look at him moonwalking. It's a pretty decent hit.
Yes, Commander. Going to full throttle.
Shadow off. Kind of trying to focus Glitch and the Vindicator down.
Whoa! Easy on the armor, buddy.
Ready for orders. Orders.
What can I do for you? Got it. Take this.
Right arm destroyed,
more where
right
that
torso
came from.
destroyed. That weakens him offensively, that's for sure.
I'm here.
Firing on target.
Standing by.
Wonder why I can't move them anymore. It's weird. They're like stuck. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I can attack anyways.
Engaging with target.
It's another mech down.
Tango down.
I think this other one's the last one.
Standing by.
Okay, that was bad.
Commander. I'm here. Acknowledged. Roger.
Oh, that's gonna overheat him. Dang it, I shouldn't have done that.
Take that.
Waiting on you, Commander. Uh-huh.
Awaiting orders. Moving to position. We'll go.
Structure exposed.
You can see daylight through my armor.
Orders.
Let's see. He needs to vent.
Waiting for orders. Coordinates received. Right, Commander.
Particle cannon missed, unfortunately.
I hear ya. Uh-huh.
Get a bit of a better shot vector.
All weapons are go!
Yes, Commander. Moving out.
Closing on them. Gonna seal the deal. Probably this round.
Roger that.
Just don't do any major damage.
Reporting structural damage.
And as long as you don't lose any arms or legs or torsos.
Ready for orders. Confirmed. Confirmed. Firing.
That's 100% objective
destroyed.
complete. Easy enough. That's all the survivors destroyed, Commander. Well done.
Mission successful.
Mission successful. Okay, so payout 489k. House Lau has always believed in one thing, Commander: victory at any cost. It seems you also understand this vital lesson. We're pleased you performed so well. 3 on the Capellan Confederation. Okay, Centurion's in a bit of a damaged state, but no limbs lost, so that means I shouldn't have to replace any of this stuff. All my pilots are uninjured. Gonna have to put my Centurion and Vindicator in the med bay. Red Velvet and the Centurion got all the kills, though. I'm pretty sure I already have one fire starter. One fire starter piece. Ooh, a heavy class mech. The Orion. Definitely gonna grab that. Let's see what else I get. Hellion M laser, Sperry Brown and MG, and AC5 ammo. Not bad haul. Okay, so I got the financial report in one day. So
I'm all ears, Commander.
just check and make sure anybody says anything new. Let's see what the Mech Warrior status is. Brick is still out of commission.
Order.
See, it still says 0 days on low spirits. I don't understand why that isn't going away. Do I have to do something to make it go away? She's getting me annoyed with this low spirits thing. So Brick and Medusa are still healing up. So let's go to the bays. I currently have these two in there, and then when they come out, I think I'll have to add some more gear to them. But obviously these guys need some repair too. Okay, so I only have 2 mechs, so I can't even field a legit mission. But let's reorient our tasks to get the mechs back into working order. The Centurion first. Centurion's more important than the Spider. Okay, so I got enough for the financials. That's good. So let's unpause the timeline. Well, do I want to do that? Or let me see what... It's going to be 5 days and 10 days. So it's going to be 10 days before I could field a full lance. Let me look at the contracts. The priority mission is a 2 skull. So is the logistical breakdown mission. 14 days. That means I'd be able to field a full lance. This one, I might do the priority mission because it's 23 days. That'll give me time to heal up, and the reward is quite a lot. Travel to Weldry to carry out our first major operation against the Directorate. We'll brief you more fully when you arrive. And prepare yourself, Commander. After this drop, we will be at war. Welcome to the big leagues, Commander. After we pull the trigger on this one, everything is going to change. For us, for Lady Arano, hell, for the whole Oregon Reach. Salvage is a really good opportunity as well. Okay, let's let this be the next mission.
Course now, Commander.
Got a new financial report.
Okay, financial report. So, operating expenses 300K. My end of month funds was 1.2 million, putting me at 946 current funds. That's fine. I could, based on the mission I'm about to embark, let's be a little generous and give a little bonus for morale. And let's commence so we can get Brick back in the spotlight. Our work on the Centurion's complete. After we get where we're going, I'm going to pause the timer here for a second. I want to go through my mech warriors and make sure to train them if they have any experience.
Yes, Commander.
What can I do for you?
+1 health or 10% base melee hit, +1 unsteady threshold. -1 recoil penalty. Yeah, let's go there.
Training confirmed, Commander.
I'm here.
I hear ya.
Okay. So he already has bulwark.
Mech warrior training complete.
Standing by.
Training complete.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so she could do multi-target. And guts.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Okay, so that's the mech warriors trained up. I want to go take a look at the Centurion, make sure I don't have to do any extra outfitting on it. I think it's just the .44 tonnage that I can't fill anything with. Yeah, okay, so he's fine. Locust and Shadowhawk are fine. So we're just... I think once the Scorpion comes back... Wait, not Scorpion, Spider. I think when the Spider comes back, I'm gonna have to put... like, replace some parts that were destroyed on him, so... Let's go back and start counting down the time. Medusa's about to come back. Medusa's returned to work on Spider complete. Oh, I wanted to pause it. Dang it. Okay. So let's take a look at that mech that got repaired. If he's full tonnage, then I know he's still good. Yeah. I'm thinking of taking away some jump jets and adding some machine guns, but then I have to add machine gun ammo as well. So maybe it'd be better just to leave him. Yeah, I don't have any machine gun ammo. I'll just have to buy it. Do I have the hard points for it? Yes, I do. Let me see if I could buy some machine gun ammo. There's a store here. Good. Any plus gear? Yes. I will buy you. Oh, item cannot be purchased or sold while in transit. Well, the least I could do is start getting it outfitted. With the machine guns. So, we're going to take one from each, and let's see what the tonnage looks like. I don't know how much tonnage the MG ammo takes. I think 1 ton should be enough. I mean, a machine gun is only half a ton. Before I do that, yeah, let me look at one of my mechs that does have a machine gun. Let's see how much the machine gun ammo takes, tonnage-wise. Tonnage 1. Okay. Okay, so I only need 1 machine gun ammo. So that would work out perfect on this spider if I take a jump jet out. I only need 1 spare ton, but I need to put machine guns in. So I do need to take 1 more jump jet from each arm, or each torso. So that'll leave me room to equip the machine gun ammo.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
So let's boost that up. So the spider will be up next. Hopefully by the time I get there, I can stop at the store and buy the MG ammo. So he should be done and out. And I'm just waiting to get into orbit so I could buy the machine gun ammo. I'm not gonna commit to the mission right away because I wanna... Not yet. Because now I want to stop at the store. MG ammo. Buy.
New equipment available.
And I also want to buy the plus weapon.
New weapon systems available.
It's expensive, but and it may keep me close, but this is going to be a 1 point some odd million payday, so I should be okay. That would cut it too close, so I can't buy that. Okay, so let's just... So now we could go into the spider, refit, and add the machine gun ammo. We don't want to put it... The arm and the torso is where stuff almost always gets hit. But if I put it in the head and the head gets hit, it's going to explode and kill my pilot. So one of the legs, maybe? Let's do that.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
So I only have... Okay, so... 2 days and I'll be able to launch.
Our nest egg is just about gone.
We're getting low on C-bills, Commander. I suggest keeping a careful eye on our expenses until we can bring in some more income. Worst comes to worst, we could sell some extra equipment in the local store. That's not going to be necessary because the mission. I'm going to do the mission before the financial report comes due. I want to get the Vindicator off mothballs. Okay, so I got parts for 2 heavy mechs, but not completed yet. 3 medium mechs and a bunch of lights, but none completed yet. So I can feed. I've got 5 mechs now. The Shadowhawk, the Vindicator, and the Centurion. And then I'll take probably the SDR-5, which has a little more punch on the mission. So now we launch contract. First strike in orbit, Weldry. Weldry, one of the most notorious hellholes in the Oregon Reach. Everything about this place is hostile to human life, and for the past 3 years, Espinosa has used it as a dumping ground for his political enemies. The Directorate has a prison complex on the planet's surface. The inmates call it the Icebox. The image of an imposing structure appears on your view screen. It has the solid, heavy walls that you've come to associate with Taurian architecture. It's a holding facility for political prisoners, including high-value hostages, members of the founding family, spouses, sons, and daughters. If we liberate the prison and set them free, we break Espinosa's leverage over the founding houses. The political map will change overnight. We don't know what the Directorate has been doing to our people in there, but we have to set them free. Not just for political gain, but because they're our people, and we need your help to do it. Aren't the founding lords and ladies supposed to be powerless figureheads? I need to know what I'm about to send my lance into. What makes Weldry so inhospitable? You've got an army, what do you need us for? The middle one. Everything from the sub-zero climate to the inedible vegetation. The whole planet is infested with blood-sucking insects. The swarms can stretch for miles. You're shitting me. I'm afraid not. They're called Branson's mosquitoes. Imagine a colonial biting fly the size of your thumb. They serve as carriers for harmful bacteria. And you're dropping infantry there on purpose? The army will be safe. Population centers like the Icebox use ultrasonics to keep the swarms at bay. But I thank you for your concern, Mr. Vertanen. Aren't the founding lord and ladies supposed to be powerless figureheads? There are different kinds of power, Brick. The founding houses may be anemic in terms of martial strength, but their words still carry weight in the Oregon Reach. If they rally behind us, the people who love them will follow. Governments haven't toppled with less. My uncle has hardline supporters everywhere. Their ranks have swelled in the absence of strong opposition, but the remaining members of the founding council will rally their people against the Directorate if given the chance. By freeing Weldry, we will give them that chance. You've got an army, what do you need us for? Subtle, decisive action. I will lead the army in an all-out assault on the Directorate's primary spaceport. After I've drawn their attention, you'll sneak in, attack the icebox, and liberate it. We'll set my uncle's hostages free and put the founding families in our debt all in one fell swoop. Understood. My lance is ready to drop, or something based on my background. Inner space mercenary. Reminds me of a supply raid I went on in the inner sphere. That was a good plan too, right up until we made contact with the enemy. I do understand what you're saying, Brick, and the chaos of the battlefield is one of the major reasons why I need you on this drop. You and Mastiff improvised on Cormadir, and you got me through the coup alive. I'll be counting on you to use that same adaptability on Weldry, should the need arise. I'll remain in radio contact with you after we hit the ground. Good hunting, Brick. Give my uncle's troops the hell that they have earned. After the Directorate presence on the planet has been crushed, and the icebox has been liberated, we'll regroup to celebrate our victory. Okay. I'm wondering if, in order to get this to go away, I have to take her on a mission. If so, I'm going to take her on this mission. I'm going to go with Behemoth. Actually, Behemoth's like my second in command. I'm gonna take Brick. Why does Brick not have any abilities yet? Oh, some of his are passive. Okay. I'm not gonna use the B team for this. Oh, Medusa still has the low spirits as well. That's just weird. It says 0 days and it won't go away. I'm gonna use them both. Just to see if maybe they have to do one mission with low spirits in order to get rid of it. So, I definitely want the Shadowhawk to go. That's Behemoth's, as always. Since my ancestral Blackjack is still out of commission, gonna do the Centurion for Brick. The Vindicator for Glitch. She seemed to do well in that. And the Spider with some extra added oomph for Medusa. Drop tonnage. Total tonnage of the mechs currently assigned to this lance. As a rule, the higher a contract's difficulty rating, the more drop tonnage is recommended. So this is only 1.5 difficulty rating, and it's tundra biome. A cold boreal forest with icy peaks and barren permafrost. Heat sinks slightly more readily in this biome, but occasional pockets of geothermally heated hot springs can reduce heat efficiency for any mech that stands in them. Objectives: fight your way to the Icebox prison camp, destroy all Directorate forces, liberate the Icebox from Directorate control. Liberation of Weldry, 1.7 million max pay, max salvage 4, priority 16 general. This is it, our first strike against my uncle's Directorate, our first step towards justice. While I lead the Restoration Army against Weldry's primary spaceport, you'll launch a sneak attack against the Icebox and liberate it. I know that you can do this, Brick. We could do this together. Hard to believe we're going to war against the Director. I don't know about you, but from my perspective, it's long overdue. Make them pay for what they took from us. Make it hurt. I'm feeling good about this mission.
Initiated.
There are 2 entrances into the complex, Commander. Intel says that each is defended by a series of elevated turrets. I'm also seeing LRM emplacement between the two checkpoints. Battle mech defenses should be practically nil, as predicted. Lady Arano's preemptive strike has already drawn the prison's standard garrison away. I'm seeing heavy vehicles and turrets on my screen, nothing that you can't handle. Clear away the opposition and capture the prison. Lady Arano and the Restoration Armory will take care of the rest. Good hunting, Commander. So step 1, breach the prison gates, which are way over there. Oh, okay, there's prison gates along the way.
What's up, boss?
Waiting on you, Commander.
Send 2 to the left, 2 to the right.
Coordinates received. Waiting for orders.
Enemy contact.
Yes, Commander.
Commander.
Got it.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Coordinates received.
I'm just gonna reserve here.
This is the Warden. We have an intruder alert. All combat units, prepare to repel hostile.
Vehicles are starting to be able to take a hit.
Receiving.
Heading out. Taking the shot.
Commander.
You betcha. Time to die.
Good to go. Target confirmed.
Vehicle destroyed. That's what I like to see.
Vehicle trashed.
Those vehicles are starting to pack a wallop. I tell you what.
I've been sensor locked.
Ooh.
Oh, I hate these guys.
Miss. Now I should be able to put those prison gates on either side are going to be your best point of entry into the complex. Blow them down and make your way inside, or jump the walls if your lance is capable of it. Your call.
Locking in all weapon systems.
Warning. Armor low.
Uh-huh. Got it.
Let's get in cover. Make it harder to hit us. We got a Scorpion, has an AC-5, a Striker with a missile packs, long and short. Gotta take out that turret, I think.
Engaging target.
That turret had a bunch of AC-5s and AC-20s and stuff that could do some major damage.
Receiving you. I'm on it.
Oh, it's not too bad, I guess.
Ah, crap. That shot went internal.
They've got a lock on me.
Still missed. I'll take it. That did not miss.
Oh, damn it. Oh, that hit me in the meat.
Moving out.
That turret's not as bad as the missile ones. Let's go ahead and take out this vehicle.
Knocked out a vehicle.
Waiting for orders. Acknowledged.
Gotta be that one, the sniper turret.
All weapons, go. One less turret.
Yeah. Coordinates received. Ooh.
One less vehicle.
Vehicle down.
Striker has a short-range missile and long-range missile. And long-range missile 10, 10 machine guns. Bunch of lasers. Let's take him out.
Engaging target. Target destroyed.
There's the turret generators I couldn't find before. They kind of hid him away. I see. Was that an arm I lost? I don't think so.
Ready for orders. Roger.
Excellent work, Commander. The prison is ours. All director personnel to action stations. God damn it, this is not a drill. Static. Looks like you've got more company. I'm seeing heat signatures coming online in the prison mech bay. The warden must have held a lance in reserve. Of course he did.
Sit tight, Commander. Lady Arano is aware of the situation. Reinforcements are on the way.
I screwed up when I moved him.
Standing by. Location confirmed. Acknowledged.
Good to go. Got it. Uh-huh.
Ouch, that was a big hit.
Light damage, Commander.
Damn it! I'm
I
hit.
gotta get those generators down.
Minimal damage on that hit.
I didn't know where they hid the turret generators at. They kind of tucked them away in there.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
You'll be fine. Shake it off.
What do you need? Position confirmed. Affirmative.
I guess I need to put more damage on them.
Hostile on sensors.
That's probably going to be the mix. Oh, I need to brace to dump heat.
Armor blow through. Internal damage.
Ready for orders. Target acquired.
It's one set of turret generators down.
Target eliminated.
Maybe I'll blow up and take some of the surrounding with it. Doesn't look that way though.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
What can I do for you? I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Oops.
Uh-huh.
That's another turret generator down. These turret generators don't seem to be taking out any of these turrets so far. Usually you see the turrets explode when you take out the generators or something, I thought. But maybe I was mistaken about that. It was a good solid hit.
Ha! Send me a real opponent! Whoa! Easy on the armor, buddy.
Maybe you have to take all the generators out.
I'm taking internal damage.
I know. I just got that thing off mothballs too.
To go. On my way. Acknowledged. Target destroyed. They've got a sensor lock on me.
Engaging target.
That's all the turret generators, at least at that location.
Destroyed.
So are the other turret... Are they going to be done now? Well, something's still shooting. Left leg destroyed. That's not good. That spider's going back on the scrap heap for a while.
I'm gonna need a medic.
So what is controlling these turrets? I thought the generator would stop these turrets, but apparently I'm mistaken.
Good to go. Confirmed. One for the scrap heap.
He's in a world of hurt.
Reporting internal damage.
Good to go.
Oh, there's more generators up there. I had no idea.
Right, Commander. Affirmative.
Not enough to destroy. Wow. There goes that mech.
Damage minor.
I hate light mechs. They are terrible. They just can't take a hit. They literally cannot take a hit. Hi, Lady Camilla Arano. For the Oregon people. Once again, Medusa's on the scrap heap.
Commander? On my way. Affirmative.
Finally, a mech shows its face. Oh my god, look at the number of mechs. Ensure Kameas arrives. Oh, maybe those are friendly mechs.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Orders. Locking on target.
How did that not destroy him? Come on. That's a lot of hits.
I'm taking a pounding, Commander.
I'm trying to take the turrets out. They already focus fired down my light mech that I just got off the scrap heap.
Waiting for orders. Got it. Target destroyed.
Both of them? Please tell me that's all the turrets. Gotta drop some heat.
Receiving you. Move order received. Target confirmed.
The mech's pretty powerful, but I need to get in there and save her. There's a lot of mechs in there. I need to get that door down. Because they're gonna all start turning and focusing on her. There. Now my guys can start going in there and mopping up.
Destroyed.
She gets a lot of turns. Why can't I get multiple turns like that?
Commander. Heading out. Targeting for an alpha strike.
Dang. That's a lot of hits.
They've blown past my armor.
Commander? Affirmative.
That shot went internal.
Ah, quit your belly aching, behemoth. You're fine. You don't hear Brick crying. Yeah, come close, Jenner. That's exactly. No!
Ah! I'm hit!
What the hell was that?
Oh! Sorry, Commander. I'm hit.
Moving to position.
Ah. That was brutal.
Got it.
Don't kill her.
Destroyed.
Uh-oh. They've said dead before and they're not really dead, so I don't think they're really dead. I hope they're not really dead.
All weapons committed. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Oh my god.
Got it. Right, Commander.
How much of the mech can be destroyed and still have a mech? Jesus, that Jenner's like got nothing left except legs. I hope my guys are alive, just seriously injured. I don't want to lose Behemoth and Medusa.
Engaging target. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Armor breach! Internal damage!
This could be going better. The Centurion's a tank, though. It could take some hits, but it needs some heat sinks. I need to put some heat sinks on that.
Affirmative. Firing on target.
Left torso, left arm destroyed.
Warrior injury.
Ah, this is not going well. I only have a flamer and medium lasers left.
Clansmate destroyed.
What? How? I am getting obliterated.
Warning. Armor low.
It'd be nice if Kamea can help with something here.
Fight harder, damn you! We can't let this prison fall!
Enemy mech destroyed.
Please do some major damage here. I'm in a world of hurt. Not enough. Brick's gonna die. Maybe.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage. Warning. Stability lost.
No, not a knockdown.
Warning. Detecting mech warrior injury. All units destroyed.
Well, that's that. I failed the mission.
Mission failed.
Let's try it again. Is this the one I want to load, or my manual one? Let's just see what this does. No, I just got slap-boned. Mostly because I didn't know there were the other two turret generators. I need to concentrate on vehicles or turret generators. One or the other. That was a bad fight on my part. I just didn't know where the turret generators were. This time I'm sending all my guys up the left sides to take out the turret generators. I mean, I've done 2 skull missions that were easier than that 1.5 skull mission. I just didn't know. I didn't know about those 2 turret generators up on the hill.
Command interface initiated.
On the move. Don't need to tell me twice.
Move order received.
Good to go.
Roger. I copy.
What can I do for you? Ready, set. No problem. I've got enough guns for everyone.
Wasn't enough.
Heyday!
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah.
Roger that. Locking on target. Target destroyed.
Guess that's 2 of the generators. The other 4 are right there. Now that I know where the generators are located, this should go much better.
Standing by. Copy that.
Prepare to repel hostiles.
Orders. On the move, full speed. Good to go.
Aye, aye. Acknowledged.
That's a lot of damage to the torso.
Damage minimal.
They've got a lock on me.
I've been sensor locked.
Aye, aye. Affirmative.
Engaging target. Enemy unit destroyed.
It's going better so far, mostly because I know where the
Yes, Commander. I hear ya.
because I know where everything's at.
Commander. Firing.
That's one generator down.
One less target. Waiting on you, Commander. Got it.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Damage minimal. Warning. Detecting mech warrior injury.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Hit!
Oh, come on! Give me a break!
Receiving you. Here we go.
So that's 50. 3 times 5 is 15. So that's 30. Not enough to destroy that generator. Or that one. But enough to destroy that one. Actually, what I'll do is I'll multi-target. How many hit points does A have? A only has 30. So, if he hits with both of these, so we'll do B with medium lasers.
Roger.
Engaging target. Target building destroyed.
Receiving you.
Turret generator needs 100 damage. 20, 45, so that's only... It's not enough.
Uh-huh. Waiting for orders. Got it.
This should be enough.
Locking on. Target eliminated.
No more turrets. Just gotta take out the vehicles now.
Warning. Enemy in clear arc. Warning. Armor low. Warning. Enemy in clear arc. Warning. Armor low.
I need to get those things out of there.
Orders. On it. Acknowledged. Reporting. Enemy vehicle eliminated.
Engaging physical attack. Enemy unit destroyed.
Standing by. Affirmative. Engaging. One for the scrap heap. Waiting for orders. This is gonna be good.
Okay, so I'm ready to breach the prison gates now.
Smoked 'em. I hear ya. Roger that. Firing on target. Ready for orders.
Target confirmed. Flatten that one.
What's up, boss? Good to go. On my way. Good to go. You betcha.
Confirmed.
Roger that.
Excellent work, Commander. The prison is ours. All Directorate personnel to action stations. God damn it, this is not a drill. Looks like you've got more company. I'm seeing heat signatures coming online in the prison mech bay. The Wardens must have held a lance in reserve, but now I'm ready for them.
Sit tight, Commander. Lady
Sit
Arano
different.
is aware of the situation. Reinforcements are on the way.
Commander. Coordinates received. Locked on target. They've got a lock on me.
We lost the mech.
One hit and destroyed and pilot incapacitated? What bullshit is that?
Standing by. Position confirmed. Sensors have something. Firing.
And I miss everything practically.
Commander? Moving to position. Sensors locked on.
For the Oregon people, about time you got your ass in here to help.
Orders. Got it.
Missed almost everything again. So pathetic. You better do some major damage, lady.
Damage is light.
Engaging target.
So many missiles.
Warning. Armor low.
Good to go. Right, Commander. we go.
Warning.
That hurt.
Armor breached. Internal damage.
Affirmative. Roger that.
Engaging target.
Fight harder, damn you! We can't let this prison fall!
Doing much better this go around. But I wish Kamea would help more. So I'm taking a beating. Left arm destroyed.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Damage minimal. Ready for orders. Roger that.
That Jaeger mech is badass looking.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
And I'm knocked down on top of it.
Warning. Detecting mech warrior injury.
Come on, Kintara, take something out. Do something. I need the help.
Warning. Detecting mech warrior injury.
Waiting for orders.
Waiting for orders.
Commander. Locking in all weapons.
Whoa, that was a big help, Kintara. NPC's about as useless as tits on a bull.
Down next.
And my mech's destroyed.
Commander? Coordinates received. Got it.
And I didn't do jack. God dang it. Come on, Commander, do something. Help a little here.
My armor's getting stripped off. Good to go. Heading out. Copy that.
Finally, one. At least
Tango down.
there's only 2 enemies now. Focus on Kamea, please. Give my mechs a break.
You can see daylight through my armor.
Everybody's hurting.
Good to go. On my way. Commencing Alpha Strike.
Didn't even get a knockdown or anything.
Receiving you.
Got it.
Take him out. That's gonna hurt.
Reporting structural damage.
Yes, Commander. Location confirmed. Firing a full salvo.
How is it still standing? Come on.
Can't take many more hits like that.
Armor blow through. Internal damage. Ready for orders.
Coordinates received.
Still not dead. Wow. Knockdown, alright. Good job, finally. Kamea earned her way.
Moving out. Engaging. Mech destroyed.
Of course, one last major repair for the road.
Waiting for orders. Move order received. Acknowledged. Scored a critical hit.
I hope I didn't lose Medusa. I could repair the mechs, rebuild the mechs. It's just time and money. The prison is ours. Thanks for the assist, Lady Arano. I'll have Samir bring us down for the victory celebration. There will be no celebrating, not after what I saw out there. God, Darius, the things the director has done to these people. Command, I need you to meet me in the prison hospital, right now. What is it? Better that you see for yourself, and Kamea, prepare yourself, this isn't going to be easy.
Mission successful.
It doesn't feel successful. I mean, Brick's okay, but Medusa is either dead or injured for an extended period of time. Excellent work, Commander. I was right to put my faith in you. You're a critical part of the restoration effort. Success on all mission objectives, 1.7 million payout. 3 to the Arano Restoration, 0 to the Oregon Directorate. Uninjured, injured for 20 days, glitched. Injured for 110 days, Brick. Killed in action. Damn it. So now Medusa joins Decker on the killed in action list. And all my I've lost medium laser. Yeah, this is going to be so expensive to come back from. I might as well just refit these guys entirely. Medium. Heavy. Heavy. Oh, I can guarantee a heavy. Light. Medium. Any plus stuff? Not that I'm seeing. I'm gonna guarantee the heavy though. I only need 3 pieces. And I think oh, see, it says you have. Okay. So let me get another Jenner piece. So I got the Centurion piece. I got an AC-5, 2 large lasers, 2 LRM-10s, and LRM-15. A machine gun, SRM-4, and AC-5 ammo, LRM ammo, MG ammo. You know, I'm going to have a heavy mech, though. I'll repair my existing mechs, and then I'm going to put one of the lights on mothballs. I lost Medusa, though. I'm going to have to hire somebody else to replace him. Well, I want to hire people anyways, because I want 2 full lances worth of people. I have room to hold 8 mech warriors.
By the time our forces found him, it was too late. I'm sorry, Kamea. He was here all this time.
I knew it.
Rashu.
Restoration at the icebox welder. Kamea, I'm so sorry. I know how much Mastiff meant to you. He was a friend and mentor to us both. He was more than that. That old man was like a second father to me, and my uncle condemned him to waste away on this rock, to die wretched and broken in agony. A hero story shouldn't end like this. Nobody should. I knew Sir Raju longer than either of you. I'll avenge him. I promise you that. Your cousin did this, Lady Victoria. She told him she'd make him suffer. The first one. And yet so many have. There's no coming back from what I've witnessed here today. The scale of the Directorate's cruelty is unimaginable. What they've done here is monstrous. It's inhuman. Our intel was wrong, Alexander. The icebox isn't a prison. It's a meat grinder. Gods, my own family is behind this. And what's left of mine has chosen to look the other way. It isn't an easy thing to wrap your head around, but try to remain focused. We've just liberated the Directorate's hostages. With a single blow, you've shattered your uncle's hold on the founding houses. The prisoners you've set free are already calling you the Sword of Restoration. We need to spread this message all the way to Cormadir, to galvanize your supporters and weaken Espinosa's popularity there. Galvanize your supporters. I like the sound of that. Espinosa stole the throne at gunpoint. How much popularity could he have? More than you'd expect. Remember that Espinosa's first priority was the centralization of power. That meant a tremendous growth in resources and infrastructure on the throne world. The citizens of Cormadir enjoy fewer personal freedoms than they once did, but their lives have improved greatly in a material sense, and people will forgive a great deal for security and comfort. Yeah, that's true. With our victory on Weldry, we've all seen what happened to those who would not be bought or indoctrinated, those who refused to kneel before a tyrant. We know what became of the people who were made to disappear, and soon enough the entire Reach will know it too. The momentum is on our side, Kamea. We need to take advantage of it. You're right, this isn't the time for hand-wringing, but Alexander, you didn't see what I saw out there on the other end of the battlefield. The work crews, all hunched and broken. The graveyards, great fields of unmarked burial plots that stretch as far as the eye could see. Every time I blink, I see it, the misery that was allowed to fester here. Espinosa is a monster. This confirms that we've set the people here free, and that's what matters. Or one based on my background, Inner Sphere mercenary. I can picture it well enough. I saw my share of gulags during my tour in the Inner Sphere. I'm sure you did, Brick. The Directorate doesn't have a monopoly on cruelty, but before my uncle's coup, the Oregon Reach was better than this. This place is going to stay with these people for the rest of their lives. I'd do anything to be able to spare them that hurt, but I can't. Word of advice from an old veteran, Lady Arano. Focus on something you can do. Give us an order. Tell us to blow something up. Shit, use your imagination. The key is, you do something and you move on. Thank you, Chief Vertanen. You have a good crew, Brick. I have a new assignment for you and a reward for your service. The Argo appears on your view screen. She's in rough shape, but she appears to be spaceworthy. For decades, the wreck site of the Argo was one of my father's most closely held secrets. When I sent you to retrieve her, I meant for her to serve a symbolic purpose, a sign of rebirth and renewal emblazoned with the Arano cormorant for all to see. I was naive. This is a time for action, not symbols. And so, Brick, I have decided that she'll be yours to command. The Argo will serve as your new home, and she will fly your mercenary banner. Lord Madeira will join you to act as my liaison, and in return you will grow stronger, sharper, more flexible. You'll hone your company to be a razor's edge, one that I will hold to the Directorate's throat. In that case, congratulations, you've got yourself a navy. Sounds good to me, Lady Arano. We'll transition to the Argo directly. Guess I've got a new ship. Here's hoping she doesn't fall apart on me. The middle one. And I will join you directly. Now please, Kamea, go back to the triage tent and get those wounds looked at. The conditions here are beyond unsanitary, and you'll be of no use to anyone if you're dying of tetanus. Our soldiers can tend to the wounded. We need you strong for the fight ahead. I will, Alexander, but not just yet. Assemble our people in the courtyard. There's something that I need to say.
People of the Oregon Reach, I am Kamea Arano, and I have failed you. For 3 long years, Director Espinosa has imprisoned and starved and murdered our people. And where was I? Hiding in a palace, light years away, building support, planning. While the Directorate's secret police turned neighbor against neighbor, made your loved ones disappear, conscripted your children. I wasn't here. I didn't know. The crimes that I have witnessed here today are unforgivable. No doubt, Director Espinosa believes that the ends justify the means, that the Oregon Reach has been made strong. Well, I say that strength built on fear is brittle. The Directorate is a paper tiger, and I declare this restoration today to rally the true strength of our people, our resilience, and our freedom. Let Weldry be a call to arms. Join us, and together we will liberate the founding houses and retake Cormadir. Not because it is my birthright, but because the Directorate's crimes against you, the Oregon people, will no longer be tolerated. That is what I fight for, and I vow to fight for your freedoms to my dying breath.
Have ship will travel in orbit, Weldry. Engineer Dr. Farah Murad. Hello again, my mercenary friends. Before you officially take possession of the Argo, I want to introduce myself in person. We never really got a chance to meet properly on Axelis. So, hi, I'm Dr. Farah Murad, or just Farah if you prefer. It's nice to meet you all face to face. Yeah, Doc, you too. I'm gonna call you Doc, by the way. You should probably go ahead and get used to it. It was impressive work you did getting the Argo flying. Between you and me, I had my doubts. Honestly, I did too. You should have seen what the Argo's interior looked like after a couple 100 years of pirate occupation. Actually, I take that back. If you'd seen what I saw, you wouldn't never have wanted to set foot inside. Take it from me. The ship has been deloused from bow to stern, and every meter of her has been hosed down with industrial-grade disinfectant. This ship is clean enough to eat off of, I swear. Respectfully, Dr. Murad, I couldn't care less how clean the ship is. I lost a friend today. Thanks, Farah. I'm sure that we all appreciate it. Clean is good, space-worthy is better. You sure the Argo is ready for action? I like that one. Oh, absolutely. I mean, she's here, isn't she? All the way from Lyerton with nary a decompression event in sight. Don't worry, Commander. I won't endanger my new crewmates by putting them on an unsafe ship. I've got professional standards to maintain. New crewmates? Do you know someone we don't? Hang on a second, Doc. This is my company, and I decide who is and isn't on my crew. Hear that, Yang? We're finally getting a shipboard engineer. Now, hang on a second. Of course, Commander, but the Argo belongs to Lady Arano, and she wants me on board. Besides, you'll need me if anything goes wrong with the ship. Not that it will, mind you, but, you know, just in case. She's right about that last part, boss. I wouldn't have the first idea how to fix this bucket if anything happened to it. She, on the other hand, rebuilt the damn thing from scratch. Honestly, if the doc wasn't coming with us, I think I'd rather just stay on the Leopard. Thank you for the candor, Yang. Oh, and Darius, I'm sorry about all the shouting back on Axelis. As it turns out, getting shot at by pirates puts me on edge. I hope that there are no hard feelings. None at all. Keep this beast flying and you can yell at me as much as you want. Hell, I'm used to it. Welcome to the family. You too, Lord Madeira. I never imagined we'd be working together, but I'm glad to have the opportunity. As am I, Mr. Oliveira. Over the years of our exile, Lady Urano told me a great deal about you and your company. All of it good. Even before the events of the coup, she knew about Markham's marauders. Your assistance in her father's Fjaldr campaign did not go unnoticed. It was a job, Lord Madeira. We only did what High Lord Tamati paid us to do. Still, it feels good to be appreciated, and to know that someone out there still remembers Commander Markham's name. Being remembered is the best that any mercenary can hope for. This is all very heartwarming, but I want to see my new ship. Ancestry, Rimward Periphery. The Madeira family name has always been synonymous with wisdom and prosperity. I'm pleased to have you aboard, Alexander. I appreciate the welcome, Commander Kanor, but I'm not sure that my family name stands for much of anything anymore. With luck and your assistance, perhaps one day I'll redeem it. Now, the Restoration's next move will be the liberation of Panzer, but we won't be ready to launch another attack until we've replaced the losses we incurred on Weldry. You'll have time to break the Argo in before Lady Urano requires your service. You have a mobile command center worthy of the title and the freedom to pursue whatever mercenary work you like. I suggest you put them to good use. I gotta recover from the last fight. I'll get you a fresh batch of contracts to look over, PonsArak. The whole Rimward Periphery is our oyster now. We won't be limited by debts or travel restriction. Exciting times, I've got to say. You're telling me we've been cooped up in that one little patch of frontier for too damn long. We'd better put that freedom to good use. It won't be long before Lady Urano comes calling. How about it, Yang? You excited? That one. No, it won't. So let's quit talking and go explore our new ship. There's an absolutely enormous mech bay in there, and it's got my name written all over it. Damn right it does, Yang. You all heard him. Take your stations, everyone. We're free agents until Lady Urano calls for us, and there's money to be made. Argo upgrades. The Argo is not in good shape, Commander, but with time, money, and some of Chief Tenen's technical resources, we can address most of the major problems. Maybe even make this place nice again. I'll be an engineer if you want to know more. Lady Urano said she wanted us to get stronger. With these mech facilities, we finally have the resources to do that. Bring me scrap mechs from missions and shops, and I'll rebuild them into fighting machines. And remember, boss, when it comes to mechs, bigger is usually better.
That mech you wanted is back online.
Mech chassis complete. Jagermech JM6S. The Jagermech S model is highly specialized at long-range autocannon fire support. It doesn't have much in the way of protection or closer range weapons, though, so keep it distant and out of harm's way. Mech warrior casualty. Medusa has died. Let's pour one out for Medusa. Battle mech repairs needed. We're gonna need to do some mech repairs before our next contract, boss. Can't go into combat like this. See me in the mech bay when you're ready. There's no empty bays. You may place your new mech in storage or replace a mech currently in the mech bay by storing or scrapping it instead. Stored chassis are stripped of weapons, equipment, and armor. Readying a mech from storage requires time and sea bills. Send to storage. Okay, so I got the Argo. I've got 2.3 million. My financial report's in one day. First, let's look at the store. See if there's any more plus gear. There is.
New weapon systems.
So we're gonna pick it up because I lost a bunch of gear anyways.
New weapon systems available.
Need to hire some new mechs since I lost one. I want to hire all 3. Let's get all 3. There's heater, poker. Okay,
What do
gotta
you
hire
want, Skipper?
poker.
New mech warriors available.
Sunflower
Standing
with
by.
a beard, definitely a hire.
New mech warriors available.
How's it going?
Weevil, gotta trust a guy with that name.
New mech warriors available.
Standing by.
Queen Bee, yeah, let's. Oh, can't.
Commander.
Oh, I'm at 8/8. That's why. Okay. So, hiring hall's done. Store's done. I got all the plus stuff. Gonna need it too. Command center.
Quite a step up from the Leopard, isn't it? I've got to hand it to Dr. Barad. This Argo is a hell of a ship. What do you
See.
need?
Commander Kanor, I'm sorry, but what happened on Weldry with Sir Raj and all? If only we'd known, I'd have invaded the Directorate myself to get him back, but now it's too late. You said that you knew Mastiff, that you fought by his side. I did have that privilege, yes. I didn't know him as well as you did, of course, but we were together in the trenches of the Fjaldr campaign, and I raised a glass of Sir Raju in the canteen on more than one occasion. When you think of the old man, what jumps into your mind? Family. The old man was so damn proud of his family and heritage. There wasn't a drop of noble privilege in his veins, but the Montgomery name carried weight. Hard as nails since the dawn of time, his father used to tell him. Those were his family words and personal creed, and I can personally attest to their accuracy. When we were fighting alongside the Royal Guard on the Fjaldr campaign, a pirate-driven hunchback managed to flank us. Decker was piloting a Locust at the time, and the bastard took its leg clean off. The Locust went down hard, and Decker blacked out. Now, Decker's long dead. He was a dead man. There was none we could do to keep that hunchback from putting a foot through his cockpit, and it would have if Mastiff hadn't come charging of his Centurion. His first punch took the hunchback's main gun clean off. He was totally matter-of-fact about it. It wasn't a desperate swing or a panic move. He just calmly put his fist into the pirate mech weapons pod, grabbed it, and wrenched it free from its moorings. It was like, I don't know, like watching a farmer uproot a tree stump. You know, workmanlike. And all the while we could hear the pirate over an open channel screaming and cursing as he desperately tried to fight back. The old man took that hunchback apart, piece by piece. Imagine a veteran prizefighter locked in a cage with a snot-nosed kid, with no rules or referees in sight. He put on a clinic for everyone to see. The rest of the pirates broke rank and fled when they saw what happened to their friend. Can't say I blame them. In their place, I'd have done the same. That's what the Montgomerys were, warriors for as long as anyone could remember, born to fight and tempered on the battlefield. And Sir Raju was the last. He'd never had any children, you know. The Montgomery line died with him. Did he show you that enormous knife he used to carry? The kukri? Yeah. Don't see too many of those outside the Free Worlds League these days. These days, kukri blades are mostly associated with the 4th Regulan Hussars. Not Mastiffs, though. He claimed that he'd inherited the curved blade beauty from his grandfather, who'd inherited it from his grandfather, and so on and so on, all the way back to the family's origins on Terra. During the Fjaldr campaign, I saw him use that blade against a pirate twice his size, split the bastard's skull like a rotten cantaloupe. It was horrifying and beautiful all at once. You don't see that kind of skill every day. Thanks for the talk. Next time we're on shore leave, let's raise a glass to the old man's memory. Yeah, PonsArak, I'd like that, and so I think would he. I think this stuff I already looked at. Yeah. But it's unflagged again. So, I have to go through it.
You know where to find them.
I'm not going to talk to the new people just yet. I want to see how my mech warriors are doing.
Good to go.
It still says 0 days for low spirits. I don't understand.
Training complete. Training confirmed, Commander.
Waiting for orders.
Mech Warrior training complete.
Confirmed.
Commander?
Receiving you.
Standing by.
Yes, boss? Let's do this.
Well, let's see what Alexander has to say, I guess. Commander Kanar, welcome to my corner of the command center. From here, I can provide Mr. Oliviero with advice and information whenever he needs it. I want to be a resource for you as well. In keeping with my role as Restoration Liaison, I will give you whatever additional information I can about our campaign moving forward. Come see me after any major operation. I'll share whatever I can. I'd like to discuss the state of our war against the Directorate. Things are going well enough, Commander. Our initial attack on Weldry was an enormous success, despite the psychological cost of what we discovered there. Still, the Directorate's atrocities have steeled our resolve. I've never seen Lady Arano so determined. Out of curiosity, Commander Kanar, what did you think of her speech? I recorded it, you know. The broadcasts are on their way to every corner of Directorate space. It was good. She said what the people wanted to hear. You think they bought it? It sounded raw, from the heart. Mastiff would have been proud. What you're saying is that you turned her speech into a PR stunt. The middle one. Good, that's what I was hoping to hear. The presumption of authenticity will carry us far. For what it's worth, Lady Arano meant every word she said, but the people may not see it that way. Espinosa's propaganda machine will do everything in its power to tarnish our accomplishments and drag us through the dirt. I can imagine the headlights now. Police and civil servants cut down by weapons of war, dangerous convicts set loose by a traitor, endangering nobles and commoners alike. A dangerous narrative and one that we'll have to counter at every turn. With luck, many of our people will believe what they've heard in our broadcast over the Directorate's propaganda, but I fear that Espinosa's hardline supporters will be far less eager to listen. If we fail to turn them against the Directorate, we run the risk of ongoing violence, even after we liberate their home systems. That's why messages like Kamea's speech are so important. Espinosa's supporters just saw the conditions on Weldry with their own eyes. You don't think there'll be enough to sway them? If the Directorate is using propaganda, we need some of our own. Got it. Sadly, yes. If we're going to win this war, we need to rally the Oregon people, including a percentage of Espinosa's supporters. They have to see that we're better than the Directorate, again and again, until our message is impossible to ignore. For you, that means military victories. For me, it means more broadcast, spin, and outreach. Public opinion is just another battlefield, and I'll be knee-deep in the trenches until the day I die. You're new on this crew, so tell me about yourself. I'd be happy to, but honestly, Commander, I've been so consumed with matters of war late that I won't even know where to begin. Tell me about you, who you were before Kamea's exile and the Restoration. A noble scion, much the same as you were, from what I understand. As a fellow noble, I'm sure that you already know more than most about my upbringing. It was a life of great privilege and even greater expectation. I spent my early years invested in academic pursuits, the study of history, mathematics, and statecraft. I strove to excel at every subject, anything to avoid disappointing my mother and father. The extent to which they would come to disappoint me is a cruel irony, but it's one that I've come to accept. What kind of expectations did you have to meet? Do you know House Madeira's motto? Behold our splendor. I had a familial obligation to live extravagantly, and to do so within the public eye, but I was also expected to develop my intellect. My life was a 50-50 split between carousing and academic study. In truth, it felt like I was leading two lives, and putting on a show in both. But I'll never complain about my upbringing. I have enjoyed advantages that most children of the periphery could only dream of. Must be hard to have your own parents betray you. Oh, it is. Nothing could be harder. When Kamea retakes her throne, there will be a reckoning, and Directorate collaborators will be tried for their crimes. My mother and father will be at the front of that list, and as terrible as it feels to say it, they'll deserve whatever punishment they receive. I'm sorry to hear it, Lord Madeira. Let's talk about something else. Your apologies are unnecessary. By any metric you care to mention, I've lived a charmed life. The hardships of the past 3 years don't erase the lifetime of privilege I enjoyed before Espinosa's coup. It would be dishonest of me to pretend that they did. But still, I am happy to change the subject if you wish. Tell me about Goldro. What kind of world is it? A truly beautiful one. You should really travel there sometime after all of this is over and see it for yourself. Imagine lush green lowlands giving way to mile upon mile of white sand coastline. Sandy beaches kissed by warm, salty seas, and soft rain perfumed with saffron and cardamom. And that's not to mention the wildlife. Close your eyes and imagine it, Commander. Shield terns wheeling and soaring, their brilliant plumage glittering in the sunlight. Leviathan sablefish flashing silver beneath the waves. Dolphin fish leaping, breaching the surface of the water in riotous streaks of yellow and green. Places like Goldro are special, Commander Canor. They must be preserved. This is what we're fighting for, something unspoiled and unique and ours. Something that reminds us of how good the periphery can be. Let's talk about something else. Of course, Commander, what do you need? I should go. We'll talk later, Lord Madeira. Okay, let's just take a quick look at the contracts. So I do have 2 contracts that are local, but one that requires 22 days of travel. Okay, and I built up my stable of mech warriors. I have 8 now. I'm friendly with the Arano Restoration, indifferent with everybody else. Let's go talk to Samir.
Yes, Commander?
What do you think, the Argo? You gonna be able to fly this beast? She's different. Piloting her won't be a problem, but I can't say I'm happy about living on a piece of lost tech. Too many question marks for my taste. That said, I get the necessity. The Leopard is just too damn small. Anyways, as long as we're all able to restrain ourselves from pushing any mysterious buttons, we should be okay. That's what I keep telling myself anyways. And life aboard the Argo should continue to improve as Dr. Murad brings new sections of the ship online. So we've got that to look forward to. Ship has potential, I'll give her that. We've got higher priorities than decking out the Argo, I'm afraid. You got that right. I'm gonna fix this bucket up the first chance I get. Ship has potential. Yeah, and I can't wait to see how she develops over time. Personally, I'm rooting for a day spa, but I'm easy. I'll take what I could get. And of course, all the stuff I already read is now reflagged.
Good day, Commander.
Let's go talk to Yang, and then we'll fix all the damage. Hey again, boss. What's up? How are you liking the new ship? Love it. She's a big old ship, Commander. This bucket can carry more tonnage than I know what to do with. And the mech bay. Man, that mech bay. Do you have any idea how tough it is to refit a mech on a Leopard? Other mech techs won't even try it. You've got no room to maneuver, no room to do anything. The odds of getting killed in some horrific industrial accident go right through the roof. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I like the new ship, and I especially like the fact that it isn't my job to keep her flying anymore. I guess that puts Lady Arano in my good graces, which is rare for a wannabe Empress. Lord Madeira too. Hell, even Centrella. As long as they let us keep the Argo, they're all fine with me. Okay, and I've got to reflag this stuff I've already looked at, since it unflagged. Okay, let's clean up this mess of my mechs. Okay, so I got the Jaeger mech, my first heavy. And everything else either needs repairs or refits. Okay, repair all. Lost 3 heat sinks and a PPC.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Shadowhawk. Repair. Doesn't look like I lost any of the appendages. That's good. Spider. Gotta repair all. 2 medium lasers, 2 machine guns, and a jump jet. I'll mount the weapon after I get it fixed.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
Let me see what condition the Jaeger mech is in. Maxed tonnage. It's got a medium laser AC5 ammo, AC2s, AC5s, AC2 ammo. Medium laser AC5 ammo, AC2, AC5. It's got room for more more stuff, but it doesn't have the tonnage for it. Okay, and let's see what this one needs. So this one I lost 2 medium lasers, a heatsink, 2 SRM6s, and SRM2++, that sucks, and the SRM ammo.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
So I've got 1 locust in storage because I had to make room for the Jaeger mech, whatever. I'm getting close on parts for a couple of these, including 2 quick draws, heavy. I have 2 of 3 Jenners. Okay, so let's look at the situation. 5 days, let's get the Shadowhawk back in progress. 9 days, the Vindicator. 11 days, the Spider. 22 days, the Centurion. Then the Blackjack is 31 days. So my mechs are all being healed. I've hired a full complement of mech warriors. It's gonna, my financial report's in 1 day. I got plenty of coverage. I won't be able to field a full lance for another 25 days. Let's see what Farah has to say.
What you need?
Commander Kanor, what can I do for you? Patching up the Argo must have been an enormous job. How'd you do it? Have some questions about the ship. If you're going to be part of this crew, I want a better sense of who you are. Tell me about yourself. Talk to you later, Doc. Okay, patching up the Argo. How did you do it? Oh, it wasn't just me. I had a team working under me. Over 200 of Lyreton's most accomplished engineers, electricians, and shipwrights. It was really pretty amazing, I've got to say. Shouting through a megaphone at a team of hundreds, watching them hang on my every word. How much did Lady Arano pay for all that? Had you ever managed a team that big before? Never in my wildest dreams. Prior to my time at the Lyreton shipyard, the biggest team I'd ever managed was the crew I had with me on Axelis, and they all got killed. This job went a lot better than that one did, by the way. Only 3 deaths across the entire project. And before you ask, none of them were my fault. There was an accident with one of the industrial cranes, and well, it was horrible. I pray for their souls. That went off the rails in a pretty big way, didn't it? Sorry about that. I guess I'm still in a little bit of shock from our time on Axelis. I'm having a hard time getting what I saw out there out of my mind. But that's neither here nor there. We were talking about the ship. Is there something else you'd like to know? How much did Lady Arano pay for all of that? Oh, it wasn't a Lady Arano. The payment came directly from House Centrella. That was a figure of speech. They were indirect payments, of course, routed through countless intermediaries to obscure where the money was coming from. But yeah, the Centrellas paid for it. Now, as to how much the Centrellas paid, I honestly have no idea. I'm sure the figure was astronomical, but still, cheaper than getting dragged into an unwanted war, eh? If the ship turns out to be as important as Lady Arano thinks it will, then it's money well spent. Let's talk about something else. Of course, Commander, I'm always happy to talk shop. What do you want to know? If I'm going to be a part of this crew, I want a better sense of who you are. Tell me about yourself. Well, I'm an actual doctor, but not the medical kind. I hold 2 doctorates, one in physics, the other in mechanical engineering. And now I'm hauling around in a Lost Tech, wonder what a crew of my merry pirates seeking my fortune. It's funny, the place life takes you. Okay, I've got the elevator pitch, now give me the long version. Have you always wanted to be a shipboard engineer? Can we discuss on work later? No, not always. When I was 15, I wanted to be a statistician. You know, a nice quiet life alone in the ivory tower. That was what my personal dropship was going to be called. Preparing mathematical models and studying survey results. So yeah, you know, every girl's dream. I guess, didn't you ever want to do anything more, I don't know, exciting? You still seem pretty enthusiastic about it. Why didn't you follow through? Okay, so what made you want to go get into engineering? Uncle Heiner's Experiment World, live-action STEM edutainment programs from the Lyran Commonwealth. It started airing just after my 19th birthday. You may have seen it. It ran for 3 seasons before it was canceled. The host was a tattooed, chain-smoking nihilist who taught children the magic of chemistry. You know, making thermite with aluminum cans and a belt sander. That kind of thing. Yeah, I remember. You like that guy? That's what got you into science and educational programs? Sounds like a Lyran kid show, alright? Not as such, no. I married the host. Look, it's a long story, but the important bit is, in the 6 months before the annulment, I learned that I had a real talent with machines. When Heiner blew out a power relay or took a tire iron to the bandsaw, I was the one who would put it back together again. I found a great deal of peace in that. From there, it was just a matter of getting into the right schools and following my bliss, so that's what I did, and well, here I am. It turned out alright for me, all things considered. Okay, I've got the elevator pitch, now give me the long version. Yeah, sure, if you like. Let's see, where to begin? Well, I was born on Regulus in the Free Worlds League. My parents were academics. I know, big surprise. And I spent most of my early years bouncing back and forth between their suburban apartment and the Firdausi, my Baba June's live-in dropship. Your Baba June? Who was that? My grandfather. He'd carve out a nice little business for himself running a taxi service for pilgrims traveling to and from Dar es Salaam. As much as my father frowned on Baba June's old-fashioned lifestyle and beliefs, he wasn't blind to how much I loved the old man, and so he occasionally consented to let me board the Firdausi and go along for the ride. I will always cherish my memories of those voyages, the warmth behind Baba June's smile, the excitement of leaving Regulus behind, chatting with the pilgrims and getting lost in the stars and eating prepackaged Fessenjan out of a shiny tin. Those times are all crystal clear in my mind, my memory, as if they happened yesterday. Oh, how I miss that wonderful man. This may seem silly coming from a mercenary engineer, but I've come to think of the life I've chosen as a way of honoring my Baba June. By carving my own path among the stars, I'm doing what I can to keep his memory alive. That sounds trite, I'm sure, but sue me, it's what I've chosen to believe. What about after you left home? Where did you study? I actually spent a little time in the Lyran Commonwealth before I pursued my studies. Long story that, but suffice it to say that was my own kind of learning experience. When I did decide to go to higher education, I wound up back in the Free Worlds League. I did my undergrad studies at the University of Atreus, then went on to Sion University in the Capellan Confederation to earn my doctorates. For a top 3 school with a Maskarovka screened admissions process, CNU was surprisingly open to transfer students. Anyways, I could go on and on for hours about my academic career, and you'd probably smile and nod as I rambled, but come on. I mean, this can't be interesting for you, can it? You're a mercenary. You stomp around in a giant robot for a living. The closest I got to adventure back then was my dissertation defense. That's enough family history. I want to ask you about something else. Can we discuss something work-related? Of course, Commander. I'm always happy to talk shop. What did you want to know? I have some questions about this ship. Yes, Commander. Of course, ask me whatever you'd like. What can you tell me about the Argo? A fair amount, Commander. I've been researching this ship for several months. Boeing Interstellar produced just 2 of these beauties back in 2762. They were intended to follow behind the first wave of exploratory missions, supporting multiple surveyor, terraformer, and colonizer teams on deep survey missions. Although she's far too large to land on a planet, her docking collar system allows for smaller dropships like your Leopard to come along for the ride. The Argo is a mobile space station, in a sense, providing supply and temporary habitation for teams on dangerous missions in unsettled space. Exploration vessel or no, she sounds ideal for our purposes. Why don't we see more ships like the Argo out here? The Argo is the product of her era. She lacks the armor or maneuverability to function in battle, and she's vastly outclassed in size and firepower by even the smallest warships. She's a peacetime ship meant for peacetime exploration duties and planned with a focus on long-term orbital deployment. It was her non-combat design that ultimately led to her abandonment. In an earlier era, she might have seen widespread usage, but the fall of the Star League and the near constant state of war we've endured since then has rendered the Argo little more than a forgotten experimental footnote in the history of dropship production. Sad, really. In her own way, the Argo represents the back seat that science and exploration have taken in pursuit of military goals. Exploration vessel or no, she sounds ideal for our purposes. She is, and with 57,000 tons of cargo space, she has all the room we need for supplies, spare equipment, personnel, you name it. In fact, her hold is so vast we'll have no trouble storing as many mech chassis and partial mech salvage as you can get your hands on. Let's talk about something else. Tutorial, Argo improvements. Can the Argo be improved? From her current state, absolutely. In the Star League days, the ship was state-of-the-art. Now she's a shell of her former glory. With time and sea bills, though, there are plenty of ways I can upgrade her. It's about increasing efficiency. As your executive officer, Darius, is so fond of saying, time is money. He says that a lot, you know. Tell me about system and support upgrades. System and support upgrades are fundamental to return the Argo to her former glory. They're foundational. I could do some basic upgrades to improve performance in a few areas, but without improvements to system and support, you're limited in how far you can go with the upgrades. In addition to the foundational upgrades she requires, I can also upgrade the Argo's drive system to improve her travel speed, and with some work I could bring more of her habitat pods back online, so you can hire on more mech warriors and have a place for them to bunk. Tell me about combat and deployment upgrades. Combat and deployment upgrades come in 3 flavors: those that increase our mech bay capacity, those that improve mech repair and refit speed, and those that intensify mech warrior training. Increase in mech bay capacity means more battle mechs ready for immediate deployment. It takes time and sea bills to pull mech chassis out of storage and refit them with weapons and equipment. More mech bay capacity means less downtime. If your lance gets banged up on a mission and needs weeks of repair time, you won't be able to take another contract unless you have mechs in reserve. Improving your repair and refit speed gets your battle mechs out of the mech bay and back on the battlefield, where they could be earning us money. Finally, adding and upgrading mech warrior training simulators will allow your mech warriors to improve their skills and abilities during the inevitable downtime of interstellar space travel. Tell me about personnel and medical upgrades. Just like battle mechs, your mech warriors will need to be patched up from time to time. Upgrading the Argo's medical facilities means getting your people back to work quicker. There's a display of our medical base efficiency and medical points on your travel display under the finances and crew morale readouts. The higher the medical rating, the faster your mech warriors will heal. As for the personnel improvements, well, I'd imagine they're obvious. Mech warriors need to relax and vent coolant between combat drops. If you don't give them a place to do that, they'll find ways to keep themselves entertained, sometimes to the detriment of the rest of the crew. Upgrading crew conditions on the Argo will have tangible benefits on the battlefield and make life quieter for us on those long voyages. Can I upgrade more than one system at the same time? Sorry, Commander, no can do. The rule's one update at a time, and I wrote it for a reason. I'm the only one qualified to oversee this work, and if I've spread myself too thin, bad things could happen. Extinction level things. Well, for us at least. That's enough for now, Dr. Murad. Very well, Commander. If you ever decide that you'd like to discuss the ship further, you need only ask. Talk to you later, Doc.
Keep safe, boss.
So, ship upgrades. Systems and support is what she was talking about. It has to be done before some of the other stuff can be done. So I already got structure 1, or structural jury rigging. I got drive system jury rigging. I've got habitat pods. I've got personal medical med bay 1. I've got mech bay 1. Wait, I can hold 6 mechs? Is that right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. How much would 2 cost me? 900,000. Repaired power conduits. It needs repaired power conduits. Repaired power conduits. 90,000 affect the Argos power system as a wreck and gain a minimal level of power to the ship system with constant breakers and brownouts is a minor miracle. I'm terrified of the current state of the power system, Commander. Repairing it should be a top priority. We cannot bring most of the Argos other systems online until the power is stable. Also, I'd avoid touching any exposed deck plate just in case.
Sure thing.
Let's purchase that.
It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
Okay. So, my mechs are being repaired. My ship's being upgraded. I never actually looked at the star map, I don't believe. I'm at Weldry currently. Holy cow, there's a lot of planets to go to. Oh, wow. There's a travel contract. But there's 2 contracts right here, but what's the point if I'm in such dire states money-wise? Can you zoom it out? Yes, you can. Oh, there's a lot of planets. I'm surprised. So, let's see here. Let's look at the task list. Ship upgrade is 10 days. Shadowhawk, Vindicator, Spider, Centurion, Blackjack. Okay. So, financial reports in 1 day. Let's get the financial report.
Ready to go over financials whenever you are.
My operating costs are $509,000. I can only afford 1 more month. Let's go normal. Okay, so Shadowhawk, Vindicator, and Spider. So I got 24 days before I could do another mission. Let's look at the contracts. It's 22 days. But it'll allow me to travel there. One of our VIPs is in a compelling facility on Herotitus. We need to get her off-world, but the building is surrounded by local government forces. You'll sweep aside this opposition, recover our VIP, and transport her to a designated landing zone for extraction. Be prepared for opposition. The local government units surround the MC won't let you extract our personnel without a fight. Payment will be issued when you deliver our VIP alive and in one piece. The enemy has to be expecting an attempt to break their siege, so there will be significant resistance. I need something where I could travel. Let's look at the star map. I need long-term travel. Travel not possible. Travel restricted. I would like some easier things to do. Like 1.5 missions.
Dr. Barat, I'm detecting elevated levels of sodium triphosphate in our starboard water reservoir.
Let's go here. 1.5 missions sound good. Travel cost 60,000. Set
Roger that,
course.
Commander. Course plotted.
Escape velocity.
We're almost completely out of cash.
Funds running low. We're getting low on sea bills, Commander. I suggest keeping a careful eye on our expenses until we could bring in some more income. Worst comes to worst, we could sell some extra equipment in the local store. Yeah, I know. So my Shadowhawk is back. See if I need to replace anything on it. No, it's still got the same tonnage. I want to at least get the ship upgrade.
That work order is complete, boss.
Work on Argo
Top-notch
upgrade.
work,
Repaired
if I may
power
say so.
count is complete. Oh, that's more money than I even have. I may just have to wait on another ship upgrade. I currently have 2 mechs out of commission, or 2 mechs good to go. I need 15 more days. Temporary improvements. Yang arrives at the morning briefing in a foul mood. Commander, if one more pilot shows up to complain that their favorite mech isn't ready, I'm going to pitch someone out in airlock. Darius intervenes. How about we draft some of them to actually help? It might be educational for them and useful for you. Dr. Murad has been deep in thought. The Argo has very powerful systems that are currently offline. If we could get them working, even only temporarily, it might help with the current workload. Draft some pilots to help Argo repaired power conduits. Temporarily hook up the automation systems. Temporarily hook up the refit harness. I don't know what any of this means. Temporarily hook up. What does it mean? What are refit harnesses? What are automation systems? Yang is more excited about Dr. Murad's assistance than babysitting some reluctantly drafted mech jockeys. Later that week, Farah checks in with an update. Commander, these Star League era systems are amazing but challenging. The refit harnesses are partially working now, maybe for a couple of weeks. Checking some calculations on her ubiquitous datapad, she arcs an eyebrow. If we could spare the sea bills, I'd like to spend the time to make this improvement permanent. The work on the power conduits was all the prep we needed to do. I'm ready when you are. The company gains a +2 tech point boost for 14 days. Well, that should help things. Glitch is back. I think I got another mech back too. Let me check. Because one of the mechs had some major destruction. The Vindicator. So she lost 10 tons. She got LRM and LRM ammo. Short laser, medium laser, 2 jump jets, 2 jump jets. So what did she lose? Let's see. We can have 2 energy hard points. What about putting a laser there? And a laser there. Large lasers exhibit a powerful combination of damage, range, and compactness, but generate a substantial amount of heat. Like all lasers, large lasers enjoy a baseline accuracy bonus over other weapons. That's what I got 3 heat sinks for. So I got a bunch of lasers on this mech.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Okay. So I'll be able to field a full lance in 9 days. We're getting low on C-bills, Commander. I suggest keeping a careful eye on our expenses until we can bring in some more. We can sell. Yeah, I know. And if it comes back down to it after the next financial report, I will sell something. Cards in the mech bay. In the morning meeting, Yang has a complaint. The mech warriors are spending too much time in the mech bay. They're playing card games on the floor and getting in the way. Can't they go somewhere else? Darius says, I can clarify that they are not to obstruct the crew. Sadly, we don't have any dedicated recreation facilities to keep them occupied. This kind of issue is literally likely to keep occurring. I just can't afford it right now. Allow card games on the mess deck. Darius sections off 2 tables at the far end of the mess as a temporary recreation space. Mech warriors cheerfully move their card games, and Yang is glad to get them out of his hair. Morale increased by 1. Okay. So now my mechs... My Vindicator's back up. Let's just check the weight. Make sure everything's kosher. 45 tons. We're good. The Shadowhawk. 55 tons, we're good. The Spider. We're not good here. I lost something. So, machine gun ammo, which means... So she's got 2 machine gun hard points. And that was it. She doesn't have any other hard points. She lost something else too, though. Jump jets, I think. Four jump jets. What's a heat sink run? Heat sink to the head.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
There's tasks.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
Bankruptcy projected. Operating expenses. I can make $364,000 a month. That's not a problem. Three days travel, and then then I'll have the 5 days. I have the ability to do contracts.
Our nest egg is just about gone, Commander.
Our situation is dire, Brick. We need to do whatever it takes to generate some C-bills now, or we're going to be out of the merc business soon. Don't worry. I've got it covered. Worst case scenario, I'll sell some mech pieces.
Waypoint reached, Commander.
We've arrived at Sacramento. Okay, I need to get the spider off mothballs. Okay. So now I've got a heavy mech, 2 mediums, and a light. Let's look at the contracts. Lunar. The lunar biome is similar to that of the moon of Terra. There's only a trace atmosphere, which makes sinking heat extremely difficult. Rare patches of ice provide some relief, but there's no cover of any kind, aside from fields of boulders and the rims of craters. Radiation fields can offer some protection from enemy targeting, but they cause units in them to accumulate dangerous levels of heat. Let's do some easy ones with a lot of salvage and pay. So let's do this one. A Capellan leader has fallen behind on payments for their armored vehicles, and our leasing agent has been unable to repossess the heavily armored vehicles. We've decided that sending a more explosive message is the best way to ensure that others do not take future liberties. Commander, they also mentioned that the target vehicles are currently on deployment with a secondary lance of mechs. You can optionally destroy them as well, and there's a bonus. Hell yes. I can't afford a rep bonus. It won't let me anyways. But I need the cash, so max payment. Well, no, max payment. We've heard you're a competent mercenary. We've been having some trouble lately. And if you could resolve it for us, we'll ensure you're paid well. If not, so be it. I want a little more salvage than that, so that's good. If Behemoth doesn't get her shit together, I'm gonna let her die. So, I want the heavy mech, the Jaeger mech, the Shadowhawk. Vindicator, and the Spider. Need to start using some of the recruits too. Gonna put Sunflower in the Jaeger mech, Weevil in the Vindicator, Root in the Spider, and Red Velvet in the Shadowhawk. Destroy the enemy forces. A compelling leader is falling behind. I already read all that. So, I want to take out the secondary Lance and mechs for the bonus objective. I'm probably going to save when I get to the planet and do the battle tomorrow. I've been streaming for a while. I need a bit of a break. Target vehicles have been detected in this area, Commander. Move up, make contact, and engage the targets. Keep an eye out for enemy mechs as well.
Welcome to nowhere.
Standing by. Let's do this.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, let's go ahead and save. Alright, I appreciate all who are here to watch the stream. Y'all have a good evening. Now, I don't stream Friday nights. I have a WoW raid I do with my WoW guild. So probably next time I'll stream is sometime Saturday or Sunday. I don't have a set time. It's optional. So I'll probably stream sometime, a couple times this weekend though. Alright. Take it easy. Have a good day, everybody. Have a good evening.